Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to day 5 of 31 days of Horrorween. We are almost at the end of Boyd Crowder week, our first week of October. Today we are going to be talking about The Raven. Before I get into anything else though, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel. Thank you so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. Directed by Roger Corman, The Raven is a tongue-in-cheek, loose adaptation of Edgar Allan Poe's poem of the same name that follows Dr. Craven, a sorcerer, lamenting the death of his wife, Lenore. One night, a talking raven appears in Craven's home asking for help to be turned back to his original form. Once he's turned back, the Raven, another magician, Bedloe, tells Craven he lost a duel with the evil sorcerer Scarabus, so Bedloe and Craven set out to confront Scarabus at his castle. This Exhumed movie review and all future Exhumed movie reviews are going to be a bit more information heavy, so I can kind of talk about the legacy of these classic horror movies a bit more, because I feel like my reviews are kind of getting repetitive of the Exhumed ones. And just trying something different, you know, whatever. Apparently, Roger Corman and the writer of the movie, Richard Matheson, both enjoyed making the Black Cat segment in Tales of Terror, which I did review, and you can watch it here or wherever it pops up. And they wanted to try to make a feature-length horror comedy Poe adaptation. Matheson heard that the feature was going to be an adaptation of a poem. He naturally thought that comedy was the only logical way to go, and he was right. He was right. So the movie was shot in 15 days, and Roger Corman has said that although they kept close to the script in terms of like structure and story, he allowed more improvisation on this film than any other of his films. Peter Lorre, who plays Bedloe, ad-libbed many of the famous lines, including some of the following.
Not nice to keep clean, huh?
Yes, I very seldom get down here.
Oh.
Shall I ever hold again that radiant maiden whom the angels call Lenore?
How the hell should I know? What am I, a fortune teller?
Apparently, Laurie's improvisations confused Price and Karloff, but Price was able to adapt to it a little bit better than Karloff was. Apparently, Karloff came into the film, I guess this was just his, preparation style. He came into the film with carefully worked out preparation, so Laurie ad-libbing lines and improving stuff really threw him off. Corman also stated that the father-son hostility between Laurie and Jack Nicholson, who plays his son in the movie, came from the actors rather than the script, although I can't find out any reason why. I don't know if they were like arguing on set, because at least from what I read, both Laurie and Nicholson were cited as like ad-libbing their lines a lot, so I don't know if it was just like they just decided they were gonna have this back and forth or what, I don't know. If anybody has any information on that, please let us know in the comment section. On top of that, Price stated once that Karloff was not fond of being strung up in the chairs during the magical duel scene where their chairs are floating all over the place. Price hated snakes, so he was not fond of having a snake around his neck for 2 hours of filming. Despite all this though, Corman has been stated saying that the atmosphere on set was very lighthearted and fun despite any arguments or anything that may have went on. When it was released though, critics did have some problems with the adaptation, which I don't really blame them for, because I guess it is kind of confusing when you're adapting a poem into a feature-length film. Some of the critics said it was nonsensical and it was mostly camera trickery and obviously fake scenery. Others mentioned the film dragged in the middle, leading up to the duel scene. Despite all that though, the film was popular at box offices and even spurned a novelization written by Eunice Sudak. So in terms of, my personal opinion on the movie, personally I thought the movie was hilarious. It very much resembles Comedy of Terrors. Even the posters are resembling each other. Like obviously Comedy of Terrors is spoofing off of the Raven poster. Despite everything I said about like Karloff not being able to keep up with the improv, it definitely didn't translate on screen. I thought Karloff's character was also very comical, and I mean, if he had any difficulty keeping up with the ad-libbing, it didn't show on screen, and I feel like the comedy worked really well. I was also pretty impressed with the visual effects too, given the time this movie is made. Obviously they're not perfect now. They definitely show their age when you watch the movie, but they're fun. The effects kind of fit the comedy of the movie in a way, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to describe it, but it works. It just works. So is The Raven worth it? Hell yes. If you haven't seen it, highly, highly recommend it. Go watch it. Thank me later. You'll love it. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I loved it. On IMDb, it has a 6.7 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 92% critic score and a 64% audience score. And on Letterboxd, it has a 3.2 out of 5. Surprise, surprise, I watched this movie on Amazon. So there will be an affiliate link on my blog as well as in the description box if you wanna rent the movie and watch it on Amazon. There's no pressure to use that link, but if you do, it does help out the channel a little bit. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday regularly, but every day this month I'm posting a movie review for every day in October. I just said that. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye.